day everyone, I am George May B. Cesar. Today, we will present to you a panel discussion. For this activity, I will act as an instructor. As an instructor, it is my role to plan and organize the whole event to keep the discussion a success. Part of my task is to assign a specific role for each member. The role of moderator is to keep the discussion on the theme and encourages interaction among the members. Panelists give their views and opinion about the theme or topic. And lastly, an audience can give their views or question to seek clarification on the theme. Let us now proceed to our panel discussion. May I call on our moderator, Ms. Divina L. Calo. Divina.
Good day everyone, I am Divina Alcalo and I am your moderator for our panel discussion. Today we will have a thoughtful conversation regarding to one of the issues nowadays about legalizing or illegalizing same-sex marriage, including our thoughts, ideas, and knowledge. As your moderator, I will do my best to make our panel discussion more enjoyable and effective. According to our regulations, each panelist will be given a maximum time of 1 minute to present their thoughts on the topic. Other panelists should not interrupt. Only after the panelists have shared their perspective, they can ask questions to each other. And for the audience, they will be given the opportunity to ask questions to the panelists. To formally introduce you our panelists, we have Ms. Barcelona, Ms. Celostia, Ms. Buinay, Mr. Tutor, and lastly, Mr. Bahian. Ms. Barcelona will be the first one to share her thoughts about the topic. Ms. Barcelona?
Same-sex marriage is the practice of marriage between two men or between two women. Although same-sex marriage has been regulated through law, religion, and customs in most countries of the world, the legal and the social responses have ranged from celebration to the other hand of discrimination.
Excellent! Thank you, Ms. Barcelona. Ms. Barcelona gave her insight and definition about same-sex marriage. She also mentioned that many people is against about legalizing same-sex marriage. And now, let us hear for our second panelist, Mr. Aldenshaw Bahian.
Philippines is home for many religious groups, and religion is one of the factors why many people are against of same-sex marriage. They do not legalize same-sex marriage with other countries like Spain, Egypt, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, and many more. Because based in their beliefs, marriage is only between man and woman. The view that various Bible passages speak homosexuality is immoral or sinful emerge. In short, it is not acceptable for Christian people.
Thank you, Mr. Bahian, for your wonderful explanation. Now, let us hear for our third panelist, Ms. Celostia. Ms. Celostia?
One of the factors why people are against with same-sex marriage is that there are evidence on preventing by same-sex couples is inadequate or not enough to raise a family and children when they are going to start a family.
Thank you, Ms. Celostia. Let us also hear the thoughts of Mr. Tutor. Mr. Tutor?
Based on psychological research conducted by Ms. Judith Stacy, a psychiatrist, her study shows that children raised by lesbian or homosexual couple are more likely to experience gender sexual disorder. Lesbian parenting may free daughters and sons from a broad and even range of traditional gender prescription.
Thank you, Mr. Tutor, for giving such an information. Now, lastly, let us hear the last panelist, Ms. Boynay.
Well, marriage will further isolate from its own procreative purpose. Traditionally, marriage is considered as care for other people and many couples. If this social norms mindset will continue and spread more, the true value of marriage will not be appreciated and practiced. Um, some said because of people that are no longer value the essence of marriage, they are not going to value also their wants and commitments.
Thank you for giving your ideas and thoughts, panelists. Now it's time to take questions from our audiences. It is from Mr. Serrano.
Hey everyone, I'm Arjun Sereno. I have some question for you, Miss Boylan. Is it discriminatory for it to be illegal for same gender get married in our society? Yes or no?
Thank you for your wonderful question, Mr. Asas. For me, it's a no. If we're going to give a point of view of the both side of the issue, same-sex marriage, it really depends on the people or in the society that you live in, whatever they like or accept LGBTQ or same-sex marriage or not.
Thank you for asking questions, Mr. Serrano. The next audience that we're gonna ask is Miss Jeffin Tuyor.
So, Mr. Tator, can I ask a question? Do you think our country must make a law about legalizing same-sex marriage? Because we all know that Philippines is one of the countries who had many LGBTQs and bisexual type of gender. Do you think that we must now accept the same-sex marriage as well as nowadays we are accepted and normalize people as LGBTQ?
I am agree that we can accept people on what their gender is, but from my perspective about legalizing same-sex marriage, I am against of it because it's already too much. I have reason. It really depends on the person's point of view.
Another audience that will ask is Miss Yuli Jane Bernaldez. So what are your questions, Miss Yuli Jane Bernaldez?
I have a question for Ms. Alosha. How can you say that same-sex couple parenting is not enough to raise a child? I would say that a mother's care is way more different from a lesbian care. And same with a father. Also, there are 80% chance that a child can be like them too when they grow up. That is.
Thank you for asking Miss Bernaldez and Miss Celosha. The questioning is done, and this is the end of our panel discussion from the topic about same-sex marriage. I hope that you enjoy and learn something from us. Once again, I am your moderator, Divina Alcalo. Back to you, Miss Cesar.
Thank you, Miss Divina Calo. To the panelists and audiences, thank you for being with us today. I hope that you all acquire a knowledge of our activity. Again, I am Doris Maybe Cesar, your instructor for today's activity. Have a nice day, everyone.